Hi! Look at go! The way I'm wired, I naturally try to focus on the positive. So, to such a point that even being in bad relationships, things like that, I'm always like, yes, but there's this that works, and this is great. And so I haven't wanted to talk about it too much because I'm doing better. But I have been struggling a bit in terms of not reaching that happiness anymore. And last night I realized that I've been off my anti-anxiety for 11 days now. When you put it into that context, the heaviness I've been feeling over the course of the last few days is completely logical, and it's actually great because I haven't had massive withdrawal symptoms. I just have been a little heavier, a little testier, a little quicker to, a little moodier, but it's getting more and more steady every day. I've also been thinking about the self-help world, health in general, all these books and blogs and podcasts that we're hearing. And you're only as good as your knowledge, your beliefs, and your prejudices if you are doling out advice and help and you're a health practitioner. For years, I watched my mom try to find solutions for her overall health. I've done the same. I've seen my friends do it as well. And the practitioner you find is only as good as their knowledge, beliefs, and biases. And that's where it really influences the whole healthcare community, the self-care community, the books, the blogs, the memes. It gets colored by people's dogmas and prejudices and beliefs. And sometimes that stops you from seeing solutions because you're restricting yourself or they're restricting themselves to a bracket of possibilities. And that goes for everything. It goes for music, it goes for your relationship, it goes for parenting, it goes for being a cook. You're only as good as your knowledge, your biases, and your beliefs. So with this, I'm trying to stay really open, and I'm even going online and watching the vegan and vegetarian debates, how they hold up, what they say, how does that compare to the information I'm getting from the carnivore community. The fascinating thing is the level of respect and patience that I've seen with Dr. Chaffee. He's one of the only supposed experts online who consistently and diligently will reference papers and research and tries to stick with facts. Not hearsay, not anecdotal evidence, but what is actually out there. And to do critical thinking and to actively think it through. What's the logic? How does this fit together? Is this logical? And I've even seen him in conversations with people where he obviously disagrees with certain points, and he's so diplomatic about it and has this huge space for, okay, why are you saying this? Where is it coming from? What are you basing your opinions on? I really see that it's about improving your starting point, like going from your starting point and building on that. If you're somebody who, like me, has spent years eating junk food and you decide to go vegetarian, yeah, you are going to see a marked improvement if by vegetarian that diet means whole foods, as much organic food is possible, that kind of thing. And then, okay, does that work for you? I, it's about stop and correct. So do something better until you realize, okay, that's not quite what I'm looking for. That's not quite working for my body. How can I improve? How can I build on that? Stop and correct. It started with growing up with a macrobiotic diet, no sugars, no red meats for the beginning, whole grains, that kind of thing. It didn't work. So shifting, and then almost my whole family was vegetarian at one point. I saw a massive weight increase in my dad. It didn't seem to help much with mental state, with happiness, that kind of thing. And now progressing. So I've been having trouble with energy levels for a little over a week, and I realized that that was largely due to the fact that I was getting a false boost of energy from the anti-anxieties and the antidepressants. Now that I've eliminated that, I now know why I've been slightly lower energy. Obviously, there's a combination of things. I was definitely overeating earlier in the day, so it was taking a lot of energy to digest. But it's also the mystery solved. I've been a little bluesier. I still, amazingly, despite this low grade, I won't call it a depression, but funk, despite the low grade funk, I've been productive, which is very different from this time last year, where if I was in any sort of funk, I just was not able to work, was not producing, was turning around in circles. So I am doing a little bit of turning around in circles, but it's a fraction of what it used to be. And now that I've solved the mystery, I'm just going to have to be patient and wait for the mood to lift. And so hopefully more fat, more patience will equal better mood and more energy. Oop, maybe I have a friend. Hello.